Miposhka has to play very safe. He can't really sit there and be as annoying anymore and just continuously nuke the creeps. So expect this bottom tower to start falling. Meanwhile, top, is doing a great job of just defending.
He is. He's clearing out the wave, holding off the pressure. Something that Team Spirit can't quite do themselves here down bottom. Faith Beyond.
So here, it's an important smoke here that LGD are doing. They recognize that is going to sit at the tower. The Radiant team can't really defend their own bottom tower. So what are they going to do? They're going to mirror your play. They're going to go and attempt to take top lane tier 1 tower. So the smoke up here, it's a preemptive move in case Team Spirit tries to do something. But Spirit reads it perfectly. They are aware.
And making sure not to get caught out by these early moves as PSG LGD do start to slowly ramp up an early gold advantage. Now hitting the 1k lead, they'll be able to catch themselves. A lonely Bane in the river, Mira.
Yeah, and Yatora actually gives his position away. He used the reflection there, so now they know the Terrorblade's in the triangle. And you can look bottom. Faith Beyond has absolutely no fear. There's no hero that could gank him in any shape, way, or form. So he's off to a really, really good start. And when we talked about the strap coming into it, it's all about timings, right? So you want, ideally, for him to finish up his Helm of the Overlord and the Aghanim Scepter before 20 minutes. And if the game continues the way it is right now, it's highly likely to happen.
I'm in Spirit. I do want to try and put the pressure up top. Try and push Arme out of this top area of the map. See in the mid lane. Trying for the catch, but again, Toronto Tokyo fully prepared.
Yep.
It's well out of the way.
Spirit are aware that the boat was used, and that means the top tower is very unlikely to be defended.
It's hard for them to get on top of Arme. Again, playing smart with the Avalanche, putting a stop to the combo, and now time's been bought for PSG LGD to come around. Yatora immediately out with the TP. Doesn't want to be around here anymore. Mira will get found in the trees, though. Another death here on the Bane as PSG LGD continue to fight back against Spirit's attempts to get something done whilst the pushes are coming in elsewhere from PSG LGD there. Definitely getting a little bit more done in this first 10 minutes.
Yep, they absolutely are. And Purge Creep here on the Lycan. This allows you to take away the level 4 Flame Guard from the Ember, which is his major fighting tool right now in the early game. So that gets purged, immediately has to back off. This tower's gone.
And look at this timing here, 10 minutes, a second tier 1 tower. Playing it fast, PSG LGD.
Yep, LGD have the entire map to play with right now. They're controlling the entire... It's basically wherever they want to go, whoever they want to kill, is an option for them. And Team Spirit, they just have to try to play this map split game where they're dragging the PSG LGD heroes around and trying to get Yatora to farm safely behind everybody else.
I'm going to see with the space the Collapse has got. He's going to have a good timing here on the Blink Dagger. I mean, how proactive do you expect to see them be here with this Blink pickup? Is it an immediate smoke and an attempt for a kill?
I think very likely they're going to try to make some counter move, where they try to set up a play where they expect LGD to do something and they know where their heroes are going to be, and then they're set up ready to take that fight. I don't really expect them to make some aggressive smoke, most likely around some enemy tower or in order to defend one of their own.
See just this constant micro here.
Oh my god, Faith Beyond's being so annoying. Toronto Tokyo's trying to farm jungle with his Flame Guard, but he's just purging it off every single time.
And he's taking all the camps himself, Faith Beyond here with the Wolves.
Yeah, and it's a tough position to be in if you're Team Spirit. You've really drafted this very late game heavy draft. You know it's going to take a long time for you to come online. I think if you see a team like OG play December Spirit, he probably would have gone for more of a slight chain build and try to make moves, try to set up tempo, and try to break up the pace of the game. But Toronto Tokyo opted to go for the more farm heavy route. So their draft is going to come online much later than PSG LGD's, and that's why they're allowed to dominate the early game the way they have been.
To say he wants to set up in the mid. Arcane Rune in the bottle, full armlet on top of the phase. Very tanky Kunkka this early on, and a lot of damage to dish out.
Yep. And if we take a look at the vision game, which we've been talking about so much during this series, because it's just so important, you notice you have the scouting wolves from Faith Beyond, so there's extra 2 wards basically that are running around the map and providing vision for LGD. And then on top of that, the Team Spirit wards are so defensively placed, they're right outside of their own towers, protecting their triangle and protecting their tier 2 bottom tower. So it's not really giving them any information about what's going on in the game. They don't really see any heroes on these wards, whilst LGD feel very comfortable moving around the map. So vision superiority definitely in favor of LGD. They understand what's going on in the game right now much better than Team Spirit does. Team Spirit's playing exclusively off of game sense.
You can see the confidence from PSG LGD because of that that vision control. Smoke ups, they swing through the triangle here of Team Spirit. See if Spirit gets caught out on the top. They don't. Yatoro
Man,
knows
he
to back
always
off.
sniffs it out. Yatoro's so good at sniffing it out, I feel like.
Yeah, and he's made the call for Collapse to back off as well. They're both out of here.
Yeah, and this is purely a game sense read. This is him looking at the minimap, understanding what LGD is doing, and responding to it perfectly. There was no information of that play coming. Wonderfully done. There's a little bit of a play attempt set up in the bottom lane. But they just don't have the damage.
It's hard just with the two of them. Not a job for the supports alone.
But look at Yatoro, he's making his way over.
Maybe indeed with the Terrorblade and the Metamorphosis they could get the damage done if they get a grip onto Arme. He is tanky though, 2.4, 2400 HP. He's got the Echo Saber, the Treads. See if they can do it. Nightmare setup, instantly TPs are coming in. See if they can do the damage quick enough. Yatoro focusing down with the Metamorphosis and the illusions. They'll be able to take it. They kill off Arme. Mystic Flare's coming in, but Yatoro is able to sidestep it. PSG LGD, can they get a grab in return? Nothing to say. Trying to charge in. See Mirror head into the trees, trying to distract them from the rest of them, but here comes the Micro from White.
Nice.
He's able to lock down Maposhka here with a setup from the Centaur, drag back into the combo. He'll try his best to break the combo. Nothing to say here with the curse thrown out Maposhka, but he will still end up going down. Still though, Spirit, they'll take that. They got in, they're able to take Arme off the map. Yatoro is able to continue to farm here with the benefit of Collapse and the Empower.
Yep, you're absolutely right. But they did use both the Lycan form and the boat. And if we think about how LGD wants to play this game, it's important for them to have their cooldowns to get big kills or get big moments. Whilst Team Spirit are happy every time nothing's happening in the game, they feel like they're getting ahead. They feel like they're progressing their game. And that's exactly what's going on, right? They know there's no Lycan form, there's no boat, there's no team fight that's going to happen in the next 2 minutes. And they're very happy about that.
Yeah, we're seeing as well Toronto Tokyo able to silently play his game here. He's been getting a lot of space. See already with this time, with the first time pick up the Yules, he's already rather hard for PSG LGD to catch. He's got the Javelin on his way towards the Maelstrom, so his game, his farm certainly going to be picking up pretty soon here. See if PSG LGD are able to find any more action to keep this lead going. Arme in the neighborhood, ready to brawl in the jungle of Spirit. If Spirit give it to them, but so far in this game 5, Spirit, they've returned to sort of that fantastic ability to read the moves and just avoid any sort of engagement that is not preferable for them to be involved in.
Yeah, and I think when you're playing some sort of like Enchantress Skywrath type draft, you want to be getting kills right now. You want to be punishing them. And if you take a look at the graphs, it's been about a 2 to 3k lead for most of the game. They're not really progressing on LGD's side. Yes, they're ahead, but they're not getting more ahead. And with their style of draft, you want to be getting more ahead as the game progresses. So it's looking like that 20-minute timing really is going to be everything for them.
Absolutely, especially with the Shadow Blade done on Arme. I mean, he is ready to be an incredible killer at this stage, of course. The power of Tiny, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I think the two supports from Team Spirit are going to be really, really important for this upcoming team fight. Because if Vayne is able to get a grip on the Tiny for long enough for TB to take good positioning and output damage, that might just be enough for them to win the game. If this Tiny goes down, PSG LGD's draft has nothing. It's all about Arme.
This time around, Mirror and Maposhka having collapsed by their side. Arme he's just got himself Shinkyu behind him. With the Shadow Blade in preparation to clear out the wave. We'll see if Spirit hang around to try and hunt him down.
Yeah, Maposhka with the read. He does have a sentry. Oof. Looks like he might have ran up with that wave if Arme had just been slightly more patient. So if we take a look at items, you see the Winter Wyvern's building the Blink. He understands one good curse, you know? It's all about getting the one good spell off. So having the positioning, staying back, and then blinking at the right moment, that's going to be what he's going for. And they're giving him space, right? They're letting Maposhka sit down here to try to finish up the Blink. They understand how important this is.
Absolutely. It's going to be huge, these curses, against a lineup where you're running these 3 melee cores that want to be charging in at you. Absolutely possibilities for a huge turnaround Winter's Curse to come out in these team fights.
Yeah, there definitely is. And if you look at Yatoro, he's building up for that Eye of Skadi. He wants to be tanky enough to tank the damage and then potentially get a Sunder off. That's going to be the game for him. If he's able to stand his ground with Skadi and the Tiny initiates on anything but him, he might just be able to be tanky enough to stay alive. The one person who's really not getting any farm in this game right now is Collapse. He's kind of understood that, you know what, I'm just going to get my shard and I'm going to be happy with that. If I can have it by 20 minutes, that's everything I need.
We've seen before from Collapse how much he can get done with limited resources. This man's Magnus, certainly something to be feared. Something that got tripped up in the game, of course, where Jinkyu had the Rubik to deal with it. Something that isn't, of course, here this time round. So a bit more free of a game for Collapse to make his moves occur.
Yeah, I feel like both teams are just waiting for this 20 minutes.
Give me my phone case back.
I mean, if the pacing keeps going like this, I mean, LGD is going to hit their timing, and then you really got to look at that team fight. The nice thing about having so much time right now is I expect Team Spirit to be really ready for that fight when it comes. But look at this. LGD are going to try to make a move right before it.
Yep. Here they go. Ancient Thunderhide leading the charge. Of course, will be spotted out here by Spirit. I'll know that there's likely going to be some action following it.
Great read from Spirit again. And look up top. Yatoro's just farming. 5 heroes committed down here for LGD. But Yatoro has the space that he wants.
Can they get a grab underneath the tier 2 tower? Jinkyu, nothing to say, they're going to try. Collapse, he's going to go with the RP just onto Jinkyu. Drag the Scarab underneath the tower. It will lose the Wyvern in return, but Yatoro's ready to turn up. The grip's there. They've caught nothing to say underneath the tower. Yatoro's bid this off for now, though. Sleight of Fist comes out as they're looking to turn on, and nothing to say. They get him. Jump forward with the Remnant. He's looking for more. Toronto Tokyo in with the chains onto both Y and Arme. Arme goes down. Y and Fabian lost to a life, but not for long. That Shockwave claims the life of the Enchantress. The Spirit, or Collapse, will end up dying here to the Thunderhide of Faith Beyond, but of course that will also get claimed by Yatoro, so more money for them on the defense. An aggressive dive underneath the tier 2 tower. But as we said, the turnaround, it's absolutely there. Yatoro's able to get involved, and PSG LGD, they get punished.
Yeah, beautifully done by Team Spirit. But keep in mind, RP was expended, Metamorphosis was expended, 20-minute timing coming up, and Roshan's available too. So, huge rune, Arcane rune for Ember. This could be a game-winning rune for him.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think once we see that Lycan form come up, expect them to make some kind of move. Actually, Tiny's missing 1,000 gold for his charge, so probably not going to be able to use his timing. So great fight for Spirit all around. Like, proving that they can kill the Tiny is huge for them.
I mean, Miposhka's maybe even already leading into more action. He's got the Winter's Curse at the ready. Both Toronto, Tokyo, and Collapse up here ready to play around him as well.
Yeah, Faith Beyond's about 1,000 gold away from the Axe.
Collapse, he's got that on toss, he's got that setup. Quick catch and a drag back on as Jinkyu gets him in reach of the rest of the team. They've got to watch out for these pickoffs. This is something that Collapse was tearing them apart with earlier in the series.
Yep, and Collapse has recognized that, you know, the idea from LGD here is to silence him when he blinks into Horn Toss, so he can't get the screw back. Very similar to how the Rubik functioned in the last game, but this time around they're just going to try to use this silence from Skywrath. So what does he do? He goes for the Sky. Great game understanding from Collapse.
Straight into the pit now as well. Even just with the one member down, with no Sky, no Jinkyu, it's still enough that PSG LGD feel that they cannot take this fight there. Letting this go to Spirit.
I feel like the pacing of the game right now, it really does favor Team Spirit, and they expect LGD to make some kind of move to try to break it up. I think they can't just let them farm out this 5-minute Aegis. Expect something to happen before that. Oh, it's such a calm before the storm kind of moment, I feel like. You see Toronto Tokyo is just slowly farming up his items. I mean, this Ember Spirit's been a beast this
Hey
event.
guys,
And
today
he's only 1,000 gold
I'm
off of his
to
own
show you
items.
how to
And
get
then after
from
that
Lock
comes a
Medan
shard, and then there's
to
just
Menethil in 8 minutes, completely
Sorry,
deathless.
fire
with no-
elements
but
everywhere.
there is a lot of jumping to do. Like I do.
And he hasn't been caught yet this game.
So you go through here,
0-3.
there's then this tree here,
Struggled to contain
go
Toronto
behind that,
Tokyo
and
in
this
his
is
early
the
stage.
hard part now.
Also gonna have
Because
that
you have to do
ED
like
rune
a standing
ready
long
for
jump
the
in
next
order to
fight.
get up to this corner of the
Late
tree.
scene, He's gonna
Now I do,
hurt
I
some
zoom
of these
in,
heroes on the
and
back
I
line.
aim
They're not
to
gonna
the
stand
right
much
of
a chance
this
at all.
piece of grass
Jinkyu
here.
and
You
Y,
might not
they
see
better
it
be
if you don't
pretty
have
scared. Toronto Tokyo
the right
making
graphic
jump in on them.
settings, like terrain
Yeah, the
detail.
positioning of the supports.
So
it's
just,
really, I
if
think,
you don't
the
see it,
story of
aim
this game, 'cause
for
both
like
front lines
bottom
are so
corner
tanky.
of
I
this
don't
tree.
really think they're going to go down without the assistance.
So what you're going to do, you're
of
going
the
to press
supports
your
from both
W
sides.
and your
So
space
Miposhka
at
and
the
Mira
same time,
going up against
whilst
Y
like
and Xingqiu.
moving forward
They're both
to the
at
right
very
of
tough
this.
positions to be
And you
in.
need
You're
to do
gonna
this
have
twice.
Ember
You need to
remnanting
do
into
it
your
once
backline,
to get
chasing the Skywrath,
to the right of
chasing
this
the
shrub,
Enchantress.
and then you
at
need
the
to
same
do it
time,
again to get to
Tiny
the
gets on
like
top of you,
right
you're just
corner
dead.
of this
If he
tree.
gets eyes on you, you're gone.
Oh, and here's that time. So they've got the Yags ready on Faith Beyond.
Then once you're on
Ready
this
to make
corner of
the
the
move, as
tree,
you say,
you
they
can do a
don't wanna be
normal
held
standing
back by
jump
the
and then
idea
just
that
move forward
Yatoro's
to be
got an
extremely
Aegis.
safe.
They want to fight regardless
And then
into
you're up.
it.
Yeah, they understand. If we wait too long, then the Yatoro's gonna
Now,
be too
if
strong.
you fuck
And
up-
here we go.
Here we go, Arme.
It'll look like this, and you'll
Oh,
like
they
you'll
see
run,
him.
and then
Set
you'll
up for
just like
success
keep
here.
falling down. So you have to do
Good
it like
lord, Yatoro.
instead of maybe left.
And Poshka
fine.
Toronto Tokyo
Get up.
and Collapse setting
get up.
across the cliffside as Y will be the first to get poked upon. See how Team Spirit want to tackle this.
There's a DD on
Looking for
Toronto
Optus
Tokyo.
Collapse, he's in, instantly caught out by the Ancient Seal, so no skewer to follow. Y.
Chains, back up.
Is there anything they can do to save their Enchantress? I mean, does Y need saving at all? He's going to need to, as the Nightmare holds him back.
Yeah, Wolf Form both used on Lycan as well as Tiny. So this means
I should also
full reset.
mention this is
Now,
probably the easiest
Team
way
Spirit
to
are in
reach
control
the
of
Iron
things.
Forge
They get to
airway,
decide what happens in this game.
like
Yeah, they
without
can push
slow fall
Aegis
or anything like
Metamorphosis
that.
Ready for use here. Tier 2s could be on the table for Team
At
Spirit.
around here, 60 forge from like Menethor.
Looking for some kind of pickoff. They know LGD
From
can't
there
fight
and,
back if they get on top of their heroes right now.
Jews,
their
you
eyes
just
on
want to
mid.
drop down once.
Toro starting to rack up the gold again after
You
the
don't need to
Skadi,
worry about your health
2800.
So from here, it might be tempting to go down there and jump there, but that ain't it. Instead, what you want to do is jump from here into the dark patch below. That's the most
I
consistent.
wonder
You
if
should
it's
lose
enough,
about
though. I like
70%
the
of your
idea of
health.
the Satanic more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going for the Satanic.
It's
It's
I
fine.
really
And from
like
here,
because if he can survive the Tiny
you
combo,
can just run all the way
if you
down
can
the
get through
mountain.
it, you can purge off the silence from the Skywrath, you can get one hit off and then Sunder.
Yeah, the Dispel's beautiful.
I mean, if you're a Team
Just
Spirit
try
fan,
and
you're
stick to
very
the
happy with the
route
pacing
I'm
of this
following.
game. You saw
You
LGD
should be
being
right.
unable to use their first timing of the game to really do anything. So if this keeps happening like 2-3 more times, then you're in the late game. And boy, are Team Spirit geared up.
This
to
is
take that
also
late game.
the secret Dolphin farm, and again, it's probably the easiest way to get to it
Toronto Tokyo Invis Rune
outside of other
ready
methods.
to go. See if he can get a surprise jump onto
You'll see a small
PSG.
gap in the mountain,
It's the closest right now. It's
and just
the
drop
two
all the way
supports
down.
playing up here really. Putting themselves in the most dangerous position whilst the cores are able to
I
farm
think
on
you
the
can
safer
drop all
side
the way
of
down
map.
there if
I
you're
think
full
Team
health,
Spirit are going to look for some sort of smoke
but
for
I
this
just
bottom triangle
prefer
ward.
the safer
This is a
route.
ward that they usually fight around when they have it, so let's see what they do. It looks like they're moving over. Gem on Miposhka. They understand
So
the
here
importance
is where
of
you have to
vision
be
this
the
game.
most careful,
And there's no tombstone
because in
this
the
time,
water
right?
there's
They
these two
don't have that kind of
crocodiles,
teamfight vision tool on Team Spirit
and
as they did, or
there's
sorry,
these
on
Murlocs
LGD
on
as
left
they did in
side.
the previous 2 games. Now they're
Now, I've
relying on
never
the
aggroed
wolves.
the
So
Murlocs, I've
having
only
the
ever
gem
aggroed
secures
the
you that there's no wolves on
Crocolists.
top of you. They don't see where you're moving.
And
they don't know what's going on.
There's
so
one
great
spawn
item pickup by
like over
Miposhka,
there,
understanding
nearer
the
toward
importance
the
of
toward Menethor, which is less risky. And there's this one, which is closer to you, which is a lot
It's a
more
tense
risky.
game.
And ideally, you want to wait for him to be more so like over here before you start swimming out to be the safest. The blacksmith around here, they like go closer to the Murlocs or go closer to the Crocolists. I would say the Murlocs, because I've never aggroed them before. And it seems
nothing to say, out for a minute.
10
safer
seconds
in
on
that
the Aegis, and
direction.
once again the wolf forms are
See,
used,
there's
but
the
Ahmed
other
deciding to
Crocolisk,
retreat.
the one closer.
They don't see the opening they want. There's no buyback.
So
on the
here you are in
Queen's Gate.
It's
Menethor.
hard to fight with one of
And
their
from
most
here you'll
farmed
be
cores
able
right
to,
now in the game. They need them all up, ready
either
to
like the level
tackle
19,
Team Spirit
17
head on.
weapons, or
Bit of timing left on the
get the flight
Metamorphosis,
point,
and
go
Team Spirit, they can
to
push
Dark
on,
Shore, which
26
is very
minutes in.
important for the
Starting to take
Alliance
down
routes.
this tier 2 tower.
Up top. Ooh, quick fingers. Jumped away from the stun of the tiny.
And after the jump, it only took us
The
less than
fortifications
7
seem to be
minutes.
coming to an end. You see Spirit, they're happy to go for the
It's very
dives
good.
behind the towers. Toronto Tokyo is in, and he's found himself Jin Q.
So now I'm going to show you
Great
how to do
recognition
it
there. You
on
know,
a
Tiny
gnome.
initiates on you top. What does that mean? That means there's
And,
no heroes mid to fight.
It's pretty much the
Immediately
same
dives in.
actually.
Wherever the
But
tiny
it
is
may
not,
arguably be a bit
Team
harder
Spirit
for
have
some
massive
reason, because you
freedom
can
to
like
make moves.
just jump straight into the
the
cliff
tiny,
here.
it's really all about this tiny. And 2 last wolf forms.
And you have to be a lot more careful with your
I feel
how
like the
long
game
you
is
hold your
slowly
W,
swinging into Team
because
Spirit's
you can
favor,
fall off
and
a lot
they're
easier,
kind of getting past
because
that
I
impossible
think their
timing
names are smaller.
of fighting this tiny.
Or collapse. He's got another grab. Jumps in. Why? He's gone.
We're up.
Yeah, if you're PSG LGD right now,
It's
you
a lot
really
harder
gotta
on
try to
a
find a
gnome
way
than a
to
human, I
catch
think.
Team Spirit off guard, but they have the gem. They're setting up their vision
So now
smartly.
I'll
They're
show you
playing
how to
around
do
where
it as
they can
a
see the
dwarf
dire heroes.
as well.
If you look at the minimap, look at where they're positioned. Bottom side of the map, 2 hill wards here to cover any sort of entrance that
It's much
LGD
like a
try to
gnome
make.
in the sense that
So
you
they're
can
always aware of what's going on. Very smart
fall off
positioning on the
the
map here. Team
first
Spirit
part
recognize
quite
that as
easy.
long as we just delay the game, we don't feed, we don't
But
give away
overall it
anything
should
for
be
free, we're in a
generally
good
the same.
position. Yatoro will carry us.
I don't wanna go in the cave though.
It's alright.
I don't like
And you're
in
up.
position now to maybe push down a threat in another tier 2 tower. We'll see the setup looking for
So yeah,
Toronto
thank you
Tokyo.
for
Again,
watching, guys. I hope this helps.
senses something's up and they don't
And
get
I hope
that
you're able to use it in your hardcore runs, your hardcore cup runs. If you want to just go to the
Now beating on the bottom tier
airport
2
or
tower,
the
doesn't get
local
any sort of
farm.
response. Means now they expect
So yeah,
most of the
hope you
LGD
guys
heroes
enjoyed.
to be on the top side of the map.
I mean, they've got Metamorphosis up in 10 seconds. Can they start to poke the high ground, or is, how aggressive do you want to get with these pushes?
10,000
It's a scary decision to make. There are enemy carry players that have to make this decision at this position in the game, but
Are they going to make the call to commit? Metamorphosis is up for you, Toro.
banished from my
How
own
hard does he want to push it
homeland.
into the base of PSG?
It's easy to get excited to play a new class, or even re-level one you've already done before. Attack power and stamina. HOTS, dots, and channeled abilities have been rebalanced to receive Horde players do have a slight advantage in the form of both ease of getting to Silver Moon and the Tranquil and Faction Wars, which has some nice gear upgrades on the current expansion.
He's not able to get the grab back on Nothing to Say. So Nothing to Say, Beacon is up a mirror, holding him for the logo of the Phoenix gets cancelled by the Avalanche. The Winter's Curse coming to a quick end as PSG now charging on the base. Poe comes crashing down onto Mirror. Ancient Seal for now onto Yatoro. He's looking to back up and reset inside the base. Toronto Tokyo. He's diving in past the tier 3s. He's able to take out Nothing to Say. Looking at Remnant over to the side. He's got his eyes over towards Y. Or maybe even more actually. He's holding on to that, not jumping back quite yet. As they've killed off 2. And with 2 dead, they may just have the room here to push up to the high ground. Yatoro is stepping up. Still a bit longer with the Metamorphosis left. They're taking this tier 3 tower. There's going to have to be buybacks. Jinkyu back into the game. But a tier 3 taken here. Some damage being done to the Rex as well. No Kunkka for 40 seconds.
yeah, and no wolf fight.
Collapse.
Catch.
He finds a grab. Jumps in. Drags back on the Skyraft maze. Jinkyu. He's gone for 70. Another man down on PSG LGD. Spirit. They'll keep the push going. And
They
you've got to be
recognize-
careful. You know, Collapse is looking for another one. There it is. He's in. Drag back on Y. He just can't stop finding them Collapse. Every single time, pick off after pick off. You can't stand anywhere near Spirit.
No, you absolutely can't. And Yatoro's recognizing, you know, I don't have meta. I don't have my strongest spell, but neither do they. And he's just pushing it here. I think they're going to keep going for this buildings. They do not seem afraid. There's so much confidence right now in how they're playing. They get the buyback. He's been X-marked, but he has 3,000 HP.
He's so tanky. Sunder, Satanic at the ready if he ever feels threatened.
But look at this. LGD are coming in from behind. They recognize that they can't go on the front line. They need to catch the backline heroes.
They're going to try and go for the easy kill first, or at least the easier, maybe. But no, it's not. TP out there, are able to stop it. Arme's in with the combo. They catch the Bane. They need more, though. Nothing to say in the team. Doesn't look like they're going to get it. Meposhka's off into the trees. They won't be able to find him to stop that escape. Team Spirit, they take a Rex. They take a tier 3 in the mid lane. They only end up losing a Bane, pushing them up now to an 8k lead against PSG LGD.
Yep, and once again, both the wolf forms are expended. So you know what that means? Roshan's available. Metamorphosis is ready in 10 seconds. Team Spirit are going to eye it up.
It's going to get even harder to deal with Yatoro now. He's got the full Silver Edge done, so the ability to sort of duck in and out of the fights. He is going to be a right nightmare to deal with. We see Arme's farm not too far behind, but you definitely feel that at the moment, with the timings that they've hit, Spirit as a unit are so much harder to deal with than it is for them to take down PSG LGD.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's reflected in the way that Alma is playing. But he's about to get caught here at the top lane.
There's Collapse. In with the Horn Toss, dropping the RP. The BKB was out in time. He's into the invis with a physical. Is it going to be enough here from this Terrorblade? Yatoro is focusing down Arme. Arme's trying to run, but he can't get away from him. Arme out for 80. They're ready to chase for more. Collapse. Steering in to close the distance onto Jinkyu. They've caught the Skyraft. Set up there as well with the curse. They're ready to close up onto Faith Beyond as well. They're going for a third kill here. Skewer from Collapse. Back into the claws of Spirit.
Team Spirit has lasted through the hardest part of the game. Now, everything is theirs. They just need to play this calmly. Don't overextend. Recognize that as long as we play around our own timings, this game is firmly in our grip.
I mean, there's 3 dead. There's no buyback. It's only Nothing to Say. And Y left here for the defense. As Team Spirit, they're onto the tier 4s. They've got a fortification, but there's still those long seconds before they get their 2 cores back in the game. PSG LGD.
They're going to have to try to do something. I don't think they have enough time to wait for Tiny to respawn.
See how carefully Team Spirit play it.
Goes back.
There's still 20 seconds, no army. They can push. They can push this Spirit. They don't need a back. 20 seconds without army. They're going to look for more grabs before they close it up. Jump forward for collapse. Shin-Q goes down. Nothing to say as well. HX point, nothing to say, has a buyback. 8 seconds until army, but the Ancient, they're looking to close it up.
They're
they can taste the championship. They can taste the money, but the backdoor protection kicks in. The backdoor protection is in. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. PSG LGD, they'll start now to force Spirit back out the base. Miposhka will get himself out with a blink. They just need to reset Spirit.
They're trying to get out. Faith Beyond's on top of Mira, though.
So they've got the curse, holding back the Lycan. Why? Being a bit of a nuisance off to the side. Gets the impetus onto Mira, but why? It's chased down by Collapse, you saw they've got him. Toronto Tokyo, long mana. James holds it back, but now with the BKB armor.
He has buyback, though.
Straight back in with the Remnant. Gets instantly caught out with the Torrent. Well, the silence as well. Jump forward, Collapse, BKB, Stewart back, into the clutches of Yatoro. Yatoro, they're going to be able to look him down with the LP. Where's the detection? Where's the detection?
No detection.
They need to see him. They don't get to see him. Army, he's going to live. He's going to turn towards Mira. He's still very low here. And then a slide chain, they get him. They finish him off. Oh, nothing to say.
What a TP.
What a TP. He's out. He's alive.
So, no buyback on Toronto Tokyo, no buyback on Faith Beyond,
boy.
no buyback on Ame.
Oh my goodness.
There is a Roshan.
There is.
Oh, I thought that was going to be it.
I mean, it was so close. But the backdoor protection kicks in. PSG LGD are able to pull together a defense. They lose their tier 4s. But the Ancient still stands.
I would go back to town.
Satanic used, Sunder as well. You can feel the nerves. I can feel it. It's just so much on the line. Just one sentry word could have won them the game there, but support's unfortunately not able to get into range.
Let's see what they can do around this pit. They're still down 16k
That's up to
PSG LGD,
you,
but they've got all their ults
obviously.
up. Can they make any sort of steal? They've already managed to set up here onto the Kunkka. They're going to go straight to it. Yatoro coming in with a BKB. The curse holds back Arme on the side. Nothing to say. He's going to go down. Out for 110. Yatoro's ready to step over to his next target. He's looking over towards Arme. Collapse. Popping the BKB. Miposhka keeping himself alive with a cold embrace. Spirit. They'll turn over towards Arme, but Arme's still got the BKB to go. He's killed off another support. He's looking at Toronto Tokyo. Toronto Tokyo bites some of the yours. He's got another Remnant. Slight this into the Remnant up to the high ground. He's away. Both teams again. Yeah, sneaking around under the cover of these silver edges. Watching one another.
Metamorphosis is out, but so is the two wolf forms. So both teams taking it safe right now. But look at why. He's stuck on the cliff.
Why?
Dude, look at how carefully they're playing it. They're scared to walk up here and try to kill him.
Why's like... Oh, they got him.
There we go.
They'll take him off the cliff.
But look at Roche! Oh, he's killing Roche!
Oh, no, he can't do it, surely. Blink out time, Collapse. He's got his eyes on him, but still nothing to say or why for 50 seconds.
Ame's alone.
He's gone in on low. That was a risky move. He's got the back of a Jin-Q. But Spirit, they're going to chase on. Slight chase. Arme is gone. 2 minutes, no Tiny. Ancient exposed. Spirit, they'll make the walk over towards the Ancient.
They're not waiting for the creeps.
They're ready to close it this time. Only 2 left. Can they stop a PSG LGD? I don't think they can. Jin-Q's got it. It's over.
GG.
It's over. GG. They've got it. They have done it. Team Spirit. They come into the grand finals. 2 games straight up. They take them away from PSG LGD. Game 3, Game 4. PSG LGD, they hit back. But the Game 5, even though they get knocked out in 3 and 4, Spirit, they come back with the same skill and ability that's taken them this whole road to the grand finals. And what a road it has been. They take down Fnatic, OG, VP, IG, Secret, and now in a best of 5 at the grand finals, the International 10, they defeat PSG LGD, arguably the favourites coming into the tournament.
Absolutely, and they don't just defeat any PSG LGD. They beat PSG LGD playing their best draft. This was all the heroes that PSG LGD wanted. Like Seth touched on, Lycan, Tiny, they invented this. This was the most dominant combo of this tournament, and they beat it. They figured out how to beat it, and they beat the best team at playing it.
I mean, it's insane as well. 4 of them, their first TI.
That's crazy.
Yatoro, Toronto, Tokyo collapse. Mirror the first time they've been on the TI main stage. Mipochka, he's been it before, but only top 8 this time. Leading the boys to the championship title and taking home $18 million in Zania.
It's unbelievable. I know before this tournament I was streaming and people would ask me like, where do you think Team Spirit are going to place? And I honestly said, on a good day, if everything goes our way, maybe top 6. I never saw this coming. Not in a million years. What an unbelievable performance.
What a story, what a road, what a dream here that they've achieved. The Spirit now claim the Aegis. Ladies and gentlemen, your International 10 champions, Team Spirit.
He probably fucking fell from the tree. No, nope, never mind. Died to the furball from the east. Okay. Did you see it pop up? Isn't that great? What? Did you get the quest to get the buckets and stuff from inside that hovel? Did you already do it? Did you get them? Uh-oh.
Especially for these fucking guys? Yeah, they came after him.
That is my goal. And then obviously get customs.
Get to the next part.
So I can at least get to the end before I do
The thing you want to do on a Warlock is you want to go tailor and grind linen cloth.
Hello, Mipochka.
If you get like 80
Congratulations on winning the International 10. I must ask, you are the captain of a team who has the
upgrade, and then you can make yourself
who
tier
have
2
never
tailored
played at a
Greta.
TI. How did your team come together and become so strong?
It's all because of our manager, Corbin. He made the team. He invited me and already a good start.
They're about to take some pictures.
But I don't know. It's just because we did a lot of work, hard work. Also, we had a bootcamp before that international, and that was the hardest bootcamp I ever had. So, actually, I don't know. It just happened.
It just happens. He says the manager. He says the boot camp. He says the team. It just happens. Now, you and your teammates are you're so young, and this is only the beginning. What is next for you?
I have no idea, actually. I don't even know what to say. So I have no idea. Maybe we're gonna think about this later, but right now I don't really know what we're gonna do. Maybe when someone will broke. I forgot what.
All right, you are going to come back next year and defend your title, right?
I wanted to say maybe someone gonna leave from Dota. I'm not really thinking. No, I'm not really sure that it's not gonna happen. You know, because such a big prize. And do you really need to play Dota now after this? So I have no idea who gonna what. Careful. I hope you understand me.
Oh, absolutely. There is so much going on right now. You just won a huge tournament, the biggest tournament. So to not know is totally fine. Look at your teammates. They are celebrating right now. Do you have anything that you want to say to your fans?
As I already said, sometimes thanks for your support, every fan who supported us till the tournament. So, a lot of people wrote me a lot of messages that good luck guys, good luck, we believe in you. And thank you for everything, thank you all.
All right, go ahead and celebrate with your team. Once again, everyone, I present to you Team Spirit, your champions of the International 10.
Greetings. Farewell. What a fantastic performance from Team Spirit. They pull through here in this best of 5. They take game 5. That was their 8th game of Dota 2 they played today, by the way, and they crushed it. Also, if you were to look at Team Spirit's team earnings before today, you would have seen that they had, out of their 6 years that they've been around, $500,000 to their name. It upped a little bit. It's already updated. 18 million added to the list, Brian. I mean, this team has been fantastic.
Yeah, you go to the left because they're on the ground floor. If you drop down, you can deal with
team.
that.
They were losing 2-1 at best of 5 to make it to TI in the first place.
I'm killing.
I had to say that really loud because I don't know how else to portray. Like, this is an insane run. They have had so many elimination games throughout the losers bracket. Throughout
I spent all that money doing
making it 6th of the previous major, I think. I don't even know at this point. It's amazing.
It is amazing. Can you make sense of it all now, Jenkins? Has it clicked?
No, I'm going to try not to scream about it this time. The crowd is already going wild. But also, what a great group of guys to win this. This is so good for the Dota scene. There are so many more Tier 2 players out there now that are now inspired to play the game and potentially win a TI. But these guys, you know, we heard the story. They clean up their rooms. They're the nicest guys ever. They're so nice to all the staff, whatever. Yep. They anime ran at the major. Like, it's so good for the game that these guys won. You legitimately couldn't write a better storyline than this.
That's just the charm of this team.
When you do a green quest, you still get the full quest XP.
Honestly, this is
so
a
it's
Cinderella
not
story
terrible.
Of which we have never seen before at TI. They started 0-4 in the group, and then they just made it. They barely made it to upper bracket. They lose their first game to IG, 2-1, and then they just stomp through the lower bracket. And here they are. They actually did it. And there's something so emotional about watching a group of young boys have their entire lives changed. Like, it's a feeling that you can't really put into words. But
I mean, they didn't put it into words.
Yeah, I don't
either, right?
blame them.
They're like on the floor. It's like, what just happened? We saw it in the interviews. It's like, we're just playing some Dota. They didn't really let it settle in, right? When we heard from DM yesterday, he's like, that hasn't settled in. The money hasn't settled in. It's just some Dota being played.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations. It's just to be a part of that and to have seen that firsthand, something else.
I love the raw passion of just like hugging the ages, just feeling that moment, because I feel like in order to do what they did, you have to have just raw passion. You can't just practice your way to winning a TI like that. You can't do that. You cannot be robotic. You have to have that human element, the instinct that comes from the passion. There's no other way.
I just can't even imagine the highs and lows they experienced along the journey, but let alone that best of 5. You go up 2-0, like we were talking about the comeback from LGD, but they lost 2 games in a row in a convincing, stomping, strategical fashion.
Right.
And I feel like that one play at 19 minutes, it all just changed. You could see it in their play. You could be watching this Dota game and you just be like, this is an entirely new team. They are ready to take this.
Yeah.
Take this Aegis.
It gave them the confidence that they needed. It injected it into them, and they were playing for the win. They just believed they could do it. And I don't know, it's so hard to explain what we just saw, but that was incredible. That really was. Dota is just
It's a really good game, and I also am very happy that the Dota that we saw throughout the entire tournament, this was a great patch, Jenkins. As far as the Dota goes, obviously if you strip away the teams, you got the game, and it was great.
Yeah, it's the thing is, it's like fairly balanced. You know, we've seen a lot of heroes being picked. I mean, look at the team that won. Yatoro played about 70 different heroes, even though there weren't 70 games. But then you also have this development throughout the best of 5 grand finals, where the likes of Tiny was beaten. The unbeatable strat, or the unbeatable team, was beaten by the open qualifier team It's just insane. It's insane. This is like the most balanced match ever.
The circle of life, right? Like, you start the whole tournament,
What,
people
babe?
realize this is the most broken strat, it gets banned for like almost every game throughout the course of the tournament, and you end the tournament with the team losing.
I want to get out of this cave and get to the next
I don't even
area so
think
I can
Team
get
Spirit, they didn't expect to make it this far. They
Use your Hearthstone.
We never thought we would be playing it.
If you're getting off, it'll be up by the time you...
They just came into this tournament and play the best they could, and
Oh, you gotta turn that in after this game.
Our non-TI players, if they're just playing at TI, is good for 4 of them. And then they just go and win it. Just like that.
Yep. I mean, Mikoshka,
I think
he
I'm gonna
had
take
played
another
at
bath today.
TI, but
Soak
he
my
played,
legs some more.
he was top 8, and he had to play that TI with the stand-in because their main carry couldn't
that
make
okay?
it over. And top 8's still really good, especially when you're playing with the stand-in, of course, but he just, this is a captain that, it's...
I was talking about when you're gone, but... No.
You can save it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take that long.
The longest part will probably be, yeah. You know, if you got your helpers with you, you said you were taking them.
Yeah, they better really get good this time because they have not been good taking them to the store. So, did you guys figure out what you wanted for dinner?
Yeah, what am I making tonight?
Fries and burgers sound good.
I'm gonna eat burgers.
Yeah, burgers are for you guys.
Girls, come here. Oh, I didn't even know you were out here. Did you finish your grocery?
What's up?
Did you guys figure out what you wanted for dinner tonight?
Why don't we take
I don't really care.
Yeah, what about burgers and fries?
I'm fine with anything. I really don't care.
Dinner is dinner. And if you guys are going with me, I'm going to be leaving here in probably the next 5-10 minutes.
They said burgers and fries. They said this tonight.
Lacey was smart. She left the dinner zone. She's cold and she's ready.
Oh, yeah, good
Always
job.
forget. push them.
Why?
It's just, I hate the run back and forth.
What do you mean the run back and forth?
It's like, run over here and do this quest, and run all the way back in town and do it again. Run over here and do this one, run all the way back in town and do it again. And it's just like, fuck.
I'll teach you how to do the zone.
Constantly run back and forth.
You don't have to run back and forth like at all. That's the thing. If you do the zone in a good order, and make sure you kill like the boars out of the way.
Will you help her move her dresser drawer so she can get clothes? Yeah. No, it's too chilly for that. Okay, that's fine, you can stay here.
Stop the one. Stop.
Wait, I need to get some pants.
Yeah, it's almost time for the new guild.
You wanna change? No.
You hurt him.
No, you did.
You did.
Stop it. Stop it.
I don't think
she should go. She's not.
Why?
It's getting to the point where Liz ain't gonna go either.
Why?
Because you won't leave her alone.
I'm not doing anything. She wants the cat, but she wants to go and she won't change. And she
I'm already to the next area where I said I wanted to get to before I got off.
Oh, come on, where's the bears?
I'm just picking up my quest real quick. I'm done. When I am done.
Once again, everyone, I present to you Team Spirit, your champions of the International 10.
What can I do for this?
And now, back to you.
What a fantastic performance from Team Spirit. They pull through here in this best of 5. They take game 5. That was their 8th game of Dota 2 they played today, by the way, and they crushed it. Also, if you were to look at Team Spirit's team earnings before today, you would have seen that they had, out of their 6 years that they've been around, $500,000 to their name.
Need help? Be careful. King's Honor. Go with honor, friend.
Stop with the fucking noise. No, stop. Annoying. Take that sweater off the floor.
Light be with you. Safe travels.
Sweet. I got a red shirt.
You need something? Be careful.
Hello. See you later.
I supply only the finest goods. Light bless you. Greetings. For the Alliance.
going to the store, period. Whether it's by myself or with somebody. Are you coming? Leaving in 2 minutes or less. Hi, babe.
Do you think you could run me a bath before you go? Hey, will you eat this, please?
I don't like it. It tastes bad.
Can you throw this away, please? Thank you.
Alexa, is it supposed to rain today?
No rain is expected today.
Alexa, is it supposed to rain tomorrow?
No rain is expected in Bay City tomorrow.
I have to. Ugh. Do.
Light be with you. Be careful.
I can't look that right now. I can't look that right now. Can't cast that yet.
What can I do for you? Go with honor, friend.
Need help? Be careful.
Can I help you? Have a good one.
Need help? For the Alliance.
Well met.
King's honor, friend. Be careful.